Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the HR Digest, brought to you by Sedat Consult, your trusted partner for all your HR solutions. We are grateful you could find time today to tune in to this great platform, the HR Digest, to learn. And our target is for us to learn and to grow as professionals. And we are grateful to you all for finding time on a Sunday, whilst we are all trying to relax and reset for the day for the week. We found time to connect on our HR Digest to learn and grow. HR Digest is brought to you by Sedat Consult, as mentioned, your trusted partner for all your HR solutions. Today we have an exciting topic, integrating AI and HRIS into the HR process. HR is undergoing a significant transformation driven by technological advancements. And today we would love to explore the intersection of technology and HR. My name is Etonam Bovi, your host, and we'll be glad to connect with you, our, our cherished guests. So kindly drop your name, your location in our chat box, and we would love to connect with you from here. As mentioned, today we are discussing the exciting topic of AI and HRS integration. And we have none other than Mr. Parkwesi Buns of the Senrab Consultech joining us today and taking us through this interesting topic. Mr. Buns has over 15 years of experience in the tech space, and partner, as the official partner of Seamless HR here in Ghana, he brings on board the wealth of knowledge we need for this interaction. So join me to welcome Mr. Buns as he takes us through this interesting topic. PK.
Thank
Hello,
you. Thank
PK.
you, Etonam. And
Yes.
good afternoon, good evening.
Hi. Good
Can you
afternoon.
hear me now?
Yes, please. We can hear you.
Good afternoon. Great. Okay.
Okay. You are most
You
welcome
want
to
me
the
to start?
HR Digest, Mr. Buns. And we are grateful for making the time to take us through this interesting topic. We we believe that with your wealth of expertise, this topic would be digested and dissected very well for us to learn as professionals and to be able to grasp the concepts of technology in our work process as HR professionals. Thank you again, Mr. Barnes, and welcome. Your audience is ready for you. You can take us through the session.
Thank you, Etonam. And in some cases, good morning to our listeners from all across the globe. It's been an interesting week for me, and I've been asked to talk again on AI transform this HR processes using artificial intelligence. Let me put a caveat out here that I am not an AI professional or an AI expert. And that's what I'll be sharing with you. And hopefully, by the end of this session, I will be able to learn from all of you here. Um, in the comment section, I would be glad to find out who has used AI in any of their processes. I'll be really grateful to know. It would help me to direct the conversation in a certain way. But I'll be going on. So, yes, AI has been the talk of town over the last couple of years, since November 2022, when ChatGTP was launched by OpenAI. And since then, it's been the keyword uh, being used by professionals across different doctrines. We have people, lawyers, we have educationists, we have professors, all of them talking about AI and the impact. One of the key discussions around HR has been whether AI was going to take over our jobs. I think over the years, it's been clear now that AI isn't going to take over your job unless you're using AI. So it is those who use AI who will be taking over your job, not AI as a tool. And as we're all aware, AI is a tool on its own. We've seen AI being integrated into certain professions, and HR is not hasn't been left behind. We've seen how organizations manage their workforce, how they do their payroll, how they handle recruitment, and we've seen how HR professionals have been able to enhance some of these decision makings using AI. So yes, it's quite important for AI to be a part of what our processes are. And I'll say there are three key imperatives for HR professionals in using or adopting AI in their processes because it enhances efficiency and effectiveness. And you're going to ask me how that is done. It's been done by streamlining processes. Our processes as HR professionals can be very automative. So AI is able to help automate these processes and streamline them so that HR professionals are able to be more strategic in their outlook. We sit on a lot of data as HR professionals, and we need to be able to have insights from the data that we have. The use of AI in driving data to get reports is key. And AI enabled analytics help different professionals with insights into areas like performance, employee retention, you have your workforce trends. These are able to help your HR to be able to make more informed decisions and then align your teams and your talents into more strategic organizational objectives. Finally, the one imperative for AI in HR is the enhanced user experience. Uh, you Today, a lot of the work that we do requires HR to do a lot of uh, informations, and employee interactions. The use of AI in this space, like chatbots, AI driven chatbots, AI driven bots, and other things, help the HR professional to be able to reach employees with critical information, share policies, and provide the necessary support for ensuring that their roles or their processes are done. And we've seen a lot of AI when it comes to certain aspects of HR. And I'm going to start with the recruitment space. Uh, we see AI helping in screening CVs. For those of you HR professionals in the recruitment space, you usually are able to see a huge number of CVs for several roles that you put out. So you want a receptionist for a small organization, and you can get up to 600 to 1,000 CVs. The use of AI allows you to be able to screen these CVs and be able to identify who the top candidates are and can also do personalized job recommendations. When it comes to onboarding, you use AI to guide your new employees through the onboarding process, which allows you as an HR to provide personalized support, answer specific questions, and ensure a seamless transition into your organization. We've seen that in performance management and succession planning, where AI analyzes employee data, employee analyzes employee skills, and it's able to identify areas of development and help provide feedback as well as create personal development initiatives, what you call your PIP, for your employees. And this allows the HR team to be able to build a huge talent pipeline, which ensures that leadership is continued and also employees are able to maximize their potential. I mean, we cannot talk about AI without its um, work when it comes to analytics, data analytics. We use AI to do data collection and then help in predicting some of the analytics where you identify patterns, you can predict trends, and also anticipate some workforce needs based on existing data. And this allows for personalized recommendations for employee development, succession planning, performance management, and talent management, which would now enable the HR team to be able to direct the strategies of the organization to specific ones which would help the unique needs of that organization. Uh, when it comes to implementation, we've used AI to handle change management, to look at data privacy and data security. And this is a topic that I'm going to come back to, data privacy and data security and the use of AI. I'm going to come back to it for us to discuss it deeper. When it comes to implementation, we also use AI to assess an organization's technology infrastructure, its HR capabilities, and a cultural readiness, as well as for performance, continuous improvement, especially when it comes to performance, in the performance management, in gathering feedback and making the necessary adjustments as and when. And these all allow the organization to benefit from AI integration in your processes. I think I mentioned change management in a bit, but change management is key when we are talking about AI, and we look at things like open communication. We are looking at comprehensive training and support to employees. We're looking at collaborative approach where you involve your employees in the whole implementation process of AI driven HR processes. And most importantly, continuous feedback. AI is able to gather the required or the necessary information from employees so that feedback is given to HR throughout the process. And this feedback allows your organization to be able to go back, take a step back at your processes, refine them, and refine the strategies around them so that there is a long term acceptance and eventual success for the organization. We talk about AI and the fact that AI is a machine, if I should put it that way. So there is a need for alignment between the machine technology and human technology. And we see AI, or we should perceive AI as a tool which actually enhances and complements human intelligence. At a session at which some of you were earlier this week, one of the key takeaways which I took and I wrote down was the fact that AI, artificial intelligence, plus HI, which is human intelligence, brings increased returns on investment, your ROI. So AI plus HI equals ROI. So augmented intelligence should be seen in the sense that AI is a tool and it doesn't replace the human beings. There is also a need for ethical AI deployment, and this is where the discussion around data privacy, the use of responsible AI is important. This allows the organization to be fair, to be transparent, and be accountable. If there are no guidelines and policies, you would have issues such as bias coming in, you would have data privacy issues, and a general negative impact on the workforce. So there is a need for an ethical AI deployment in the form of policies and guidelines. And whilst we've all said that AI can do a lot of automation, there is a part of HR which is critical. That is the human part or the human centric approach. So there should be a balance within the organization where there is a technology advancement, but there is also a human centered practice which allows the organization to have a thriving and engaged workforce. I mentioned the fact that AI and HR equals to ROI, and you can actually measure that using a couple of uh, KPIs. And you are able to see these KPIs and look at the impact on the organization. So when you look at your recruitment efficiency, you are using a metric like a time to hire, how long it takes to hire, the cost per hire, and this can easily be generated by AI, and you are able to see the impact there almost immediately. When it comes to employee engagement and not the political engagement that you hear from the background, you can use a metric of employee satisfaction. Just as the customer service index, people I was talking about employee engagement and also the fact that just as the customer service professionals use the voice of customer and CSAT to measure the customer voice of the customer, employee engagement can be measured by employee satisfaction. You can look at your retention rates as the metrics. And the use of AI in employee engagement can enhance your employee experience, leading to increased engagement and a reduced turnover. We can also talk about talent development, where AI helps identify skills gaps within the organization and is able to allow the HR professional to identify and deliver personalized development opportunities. So you can create personalized uh, performance improvement plans for your team or your staff, which would address specific issues around the particular staff instead of having a general PIP which everybody is expected to fall in. And how does AI embrace your continuous innovation? We cannot stay without being innovative. So you're able to get use AI as your HR assistant. Every process that you do, you are able to get AI to help you in that space. They provide support, they're able to answer questions and guide your employees through various HR related tasks. You can also use your AI assistant to do predictive workforce analytics. And for teams that are large, it's quite important to have an AI driven analytics, which will give you different metrics, help you to identify forecast workforce needs. So you are able to tell when, based on trends, when you are going to need staff in a certain department or staff with a certain skill. You are able to identify where the skill gaps are, and you can proactively develop talent to meet those gaps so that before the gaps occur, you have planned for it. And you can also do intelligent process automation. So, with a lot of our repetitive tasks, we are able to use AI to do these processes, and in the process, free up your HR person to be more strategic and to do much more value added initiatives. So, the things that AI cannot do, walking to a desk, congratulating someone, tapping the person on the back. These are things that your human HR can do, whilst leaving a lot of the email to the person congratulating him can be done by an AI bot. So this usually would help enhance your HR service delivery across your organization. We cannot stay in one place, so we need to innovate, and there should be continuous innovation and adaptation. So by being tuned to the latest advancements, the latest news in AI technology, HR professionals can position themselves for a long term success by leveraging the power of AI to enhance their workforce, to drive strategic decision making, to drive data analytics, and to create a more engaged and productive workforce. Did I rush through, or we are we're good?
We are good. We are good. It's been an insightful presentation. I have taken a few things away. That I think the HR plus AI is equal to increase ROI,
Yes.
and taking away AI helps us to automate our work process as HR professionals. It's been an insightful presentation, and we are grateful for the presentation. And one key thing I have taken away, and I'm hoping all of us have taken from the presentation is that AI won't take away your job as an HR professional, but it will help you in your role as a professional to be better, to do more regarding all the resources we have as professionals. And this is one great takeaway
Yes,
we
and
have from
like
the
I said,
presentation.
like I said, AI will not take away your job. It
Right,
is those who don't use AI who would lose their jobs. Those who use AI will take away the jobs of those who don't use AI.
right, right. So, as professionals, we need to embrace this and work with the AI for better productivity. Thank you, Mr. Barnes, for that great presentation. Once again, you're welcome to the
There were a
HR
couple of
Digest.
questions that came in,
Right,
and I have them here. So as I'm going through the questions, I'll still be waiting for additional ones in the chat
right,
and address them as we go on. So I tried to
right.
put them under the different sections of what we had spoken about. So the first one
Perfect.
had to do with AI integration, and there were 5 questions there. I tried to answer them. I'll be very honest with you, and please don't tell anybody. I had AI to help me answer some of them.
Well, that's the way to go, yeah.
So we're talking about AI integration, and there was a question that what are the primary benefits of integrating AI into the HR processes? And I gave 4 answers, and I think I had addressed them earlier in the presentation. We spoke about the fact that there's improved efficiency and accuracy, there's enhanced data analysis, especially for decision making, there's increased employee engagement through personalized experiences. So you don't have a standard one fits all size which goes to everybody, but you're able to engage your employees specifically on issues that they raise. And it also allows you to streamline the recruitment process, reducing your time to hire, which makes it quite easy for you as an HR professional. Now, how can AI enhance HR functions such as recruitment, talent management, and employee engagement? In fact, if I hadn't put the answer there, I was going to ask someone to answer that. But I've mentioned it about the fact that it helps automate, it helps personalize, and helps analyze. So it automates, personalizes, and it analyzes. And it does that through different things in the recruitment, talent management, and employee engagement space. We do the automate the screening, your CV screenings, identifying the best candidates. It personalizes learning and development programs and also analyzes employee feedback to improve your engagement strategies. Now, someone asked that what were some of the best AI powered tools which are most effective for predictive analysis in HR? Now, a lot of software applications like Workday, SAP Success Factors, the IBM Watson, Talent, they are very good when it comes to predictive analysis. I also must mention that Seamless HR, as at this year, has started introducing AI into our recruitment model. So it also helps in screening and identifying best candidates and also helps to analyze feedback and also onto the on the onboarding process. There's also a question on how HR teams can ensure AI decision driven decision making is fair and unbiased. So I think the first thing I mentioned was the fact that we need, as an organization, to have clear guidelines and policies when we are making decisions using AI. The policy should be there. These policies would help staff feel fair, and there'll be no biases in decision making. we should also have different data sets to train our AI systems. If you have only one or two data sets, what happens is that there is always a bias towards those data sets when it comes to responses from your AI, and it would lead to the um, algorithms of those AIs to be skewed in a certain manner or a certain direction. So you should have different data sets and they should be diverse as much as possible. And what are the potential risks or challenges in associating AI adoption with HR? I mentioned data privacy. A lot of us use the AI without knowing where the servers are sitting, where the information is going. You key in some personal information, and AI is supposed to give you um, a response. I heard of someone who dropped his medical diagnosis and reports to AI for AI to give feedback on that. Challenge is you don't know where this sits, and you end up sending personal information to certain places where they should not be. So there are definitely data privacy concerns that have to be addressed. There are compliance issues which your compliance officers would raise. Um, as to the use of AI, instead of having someone analyze a real life situation, they put hypothetical situations into the AI, and you don't know whether it's or rather the other way. Instead of putting a hypothetical situation in for you to generate a guide onto how you would be able to deal with a similar situation in, you have people putting in real life issues into your AI system, and this you have no idea where it's sitting. So there are compliance issues there. There are data privacy concerns that have to be addressed. Now, because of the notion that AI is there to take people's jobs, there's a lot of resistance from employees. And that's why I spoke earlier on about change management, that there is a need for a change management bit to be addressed when it comes to the resistance aspect. And then there's also, I also mentioned potential biases earlier on about the different data sets and then the use of AI algorithms. And then finally, where we depend so much on technology, we may overshadow the human judgment. There are things that the AI cannot detect. There are signs that the AI cannot detect. And it is important for that human aspect to still be included in our HR practice. So that is why the name is still HR and hasn't been changed, because there's a human aspect of it, not just looking at resources or capital, but the human aspect of it is important. So, yes, there's a need for dependence on technology, but it should never overshadow human judgment.
Okay, Mr. Barnes, I think there is a question in the chat box we would like love to read out for you to answer. Okay, so we have Godana Darko.
George is asking
How can AI
George is
powered
asking how AI. No, go on, ask the question. I'll try and answer it here.
oh sorry. So Georges is asking how can AI powered HRIS improve recruitment efficiency and accuracy? And then what specific AI tools are available for sourcing, screening, and matching candidates, and how reliable are they? a question from George.
Okay, so let me start and answer them one by one. How can AI powered RIS improve recruitment efficiency and accuracy? One, what an AI powered solution would do would be to go through the CVs and identify the top candidates based on the criteria you have shared. So it looks at the job description, it looks at all the metrics that you have put out, and is able to shortlist them for you. Something that it will do in a couple of minutes, that would probably take weeks for an HR or a human person to do. And based on the metrics that are given, they are highly accurate. I would be very honest with you. You do get some levels of accuracy, but they are fairly above average. And then you ask what specific AI tools are available for sourcing, screening, and matching candidates. Now, most of the recruitment portals are incorporating AI into their systems. And I would not at this stage want to point out glance. Okay, like I said earlier on, I had mentioned seamless HR because I am deeply involved in that work. But there are others. And what they do is to help you create a talent pool. So you're able to get your talents into a pool, you're able to screen them, and based on the screening and matching and the use of match candidates. Now, like I said, they are able to give you a higher level of efficiency and accuracy. But like I said in one of the previous slides, the human judgment should never be overshadowed. I hope I answered you quite well, George. There's something here about the employee experience and engagement, how AI powered virtual assistants can do that, and the tools. Like I said, I didn't want to mention some. I've put a couple here, but um, Eto, you're going to share the slides and make them available to all participants.
Yes,
Are you?
please.
So
Yes,
yes. So
please.
when they go through, they can see some of these, and they can always come back for specific questions from me. I
Okay.
think it would be good to share my email at the back of the presentation so that they can always come back to me on that.
Right.
I'll
Right.
prefer emails to telephone.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, George. I appreciate your response. I mentioned change management about strategies, what HR teams can do, and how they can communicate and using AI. There are both a couple of um, responses here, which I would advise that you can go through to read. And I finished the presentation with what I call the future of work and HR, basically from an AI lens. And we're going to see an increased automation of our task as HR professionals. Things that we do are going to be automated, and you're going to see an increased use of AI in the near future. What advice? Start small, set clear goals, and continuously evaluate the AI tools on your processes and your culture. I tried to put all the things that I assumed would be coming up here. Like I said, I'm very open to further questions, but I would have to. have a hard stop at this time. And thank you. I don't see any further questions. As we engage further on the platform, I would not be live, but I'll be listening in the background. I would try to respond to questions that would come in. And like I said, I can also be reached by email. I can be reached by email so that uh, any specific questions can be directed at me.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Parkwesi Barnes, for this wonderful presentation. Once again, we are live on HR Digest brought to you by Sedat Consult, and we've been discussing the topic integrating AI and HRIS into the HR process. Mr. Barnes has taken us through a wonderful presentation. We've tried to answer a few questions here and there. And as he mentioned in his presentation, he's very open. We're going to share his email on the HR Digest platform. So do feel free to connect with him and share your questions on the platform as well. And he would be ever ready to answer all the questions that may come in after the session or as we go along till the end. Mr. Barnes, we are so grateful for your time, for the presentation. It's been a great learning experience for us on the HR Digest today. And we look forward to engaging with you further on the points raised during the presentation and any other points that may come up as we go along. Thank you, Mr. Barnes. We are grateful you could take some time off your Sunday to engage with us on the HR Digest. Thank you very
Thank you. Thank you
much.
very much, Eto. And thank you for everybody. George, I answered your second question, and Eto Nam would share that with you directly.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Like I
Once
said,
again,
so if there's any question, I may answer it, but I may not be able to do the live video.
right, right. So we are grateful and we wish you all the best as
All right. Thank you very much.
as a week starts. Yes. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us today on the Sedat HR Digest, brought to you every Sunday. This platform is a great opportunity for us as professionals to learn, and today has been a very great opportunity for us to learn as professionals. We've been tackling the topic integrating AI and HRIS into the HR process. And we have the pleasure of having Mr. Parkway C. Barnes uh, taking us through this topic. Mr. Barnes is a tech expert with over 20 years of experience, and he did dissect this topic very well, and we are grateful to him. We will share the slides on the Sedat HR Digest platform. So kindly take time, go through the slides, and if you have any further questions or suggestions for Mr. Barnes, he did mention he's very open and his email will be shared on the platform as well for us to engage with him from here. We'll go through the chat box to see if we have some other questions. And let's see. Okay, so We're grateful for everyone who has been able to join in today. Kindly follow Sedat Consult on all social media platforms and channels. And let's keep the conversation going. Let's keep learning as professionals. It is it is only when we learn that we get to gain more knowledge to help us as professionals. This has been the HR Digest brought to you by Sedat Consult, and we are signing off for today. We wish you the very best for today and for the week ahead. Let's go out there and be the great HR professionals that we are. Thank you all and have a good day.